Here to compare EMF of two cells using potentiometer, circuit is, this is the battery. Positive terminal of the battery goes to potentiometer wire. And negative terminal of the battery goes to lower of the rheostat, and upper terminal of the rheostat goes to other terminal of the potentiometer wire. Now this terminal goes to positive of the two cells, okay, and negative terminals of the both the cells goes to two-way key, and the middle part of the two-way key goes to the galvanometer, one terminal of the galvanometer, and other terminal of the galvanometer goes to the lower of the rheostat, and upper terminal goes to the jockey, which we will slide on the potentiometer wire. This is upper terminal. This is the two-way key. There is a two switch. If we want to connect first cell E1 to the circuit, we will connect this key. We will connect only this key and not connect this key. So it will connected only E1 cell to the circuit, and E2 is not connected right now. So we will check what is the balancing length of the potentiometer wire for the E1 cell. After that we will remove this key and put and connect this key E2, okay, like this, okay. So the E2 cell now connected in the circuit. We will find the balancing length for the E2 cell. Here shown that lower and upper terminal, three terminals of the rheostat. Here rheostat is available. One is lower, second is lower, and the upper terminal is available over here. If we connect one lower and one uppers to any circuit, okay, it behaves as a current controlling device. So we have used two rheostats, one over here and one over here, in the same manner, one connected lower and one to upper. Similarly over here, one to lower, one to upper. Observations. First of all, observation is potential difference across the E. E is what? E is the main battery, which is this. Here we have used 6 volt as a battery source. So we will write over here 6 volt. Now potential difference across cell E1. Cell E1 is our Leclanche cell and cell E2 our Daniell cell. Cell E1 is this. For this cell, here the liquid is NH4Cl, and this rod is zinc, made up of zinc, which is negative terminal, and this inside it's filled with MnO2. Now the zinc rod is negative, hence the other terminal becomes the positive. We will check potential difference of using voltmeter. Positive to the positive and negative terminal to the negative, it will deflect of the 1 volt. Cell is working and it has the potential difference of the 1 volt. So we will write potential difference across E1, which is 1 volt, which is what? Leclanche cell, and the other one is the Daniell cell. Now the other cell is here. This rod is made up of zinc, which is negative terminal. This is made up of copper, which is positive terminal. This is positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. Here we have filled here with copper sulfate, CuSO4. Liquid of copper sulfate is filled, and over here inside this jar we have filled H2SO4 diluted. Now we will check potential difference across the cell. What is the potential difference? So we will put positive of the Daniell cell to the positive of the voltmeter and negative of the Daniell cell, which is zinc rod, to the negative of the voltmeter. So here it shows voltmeter is deflecting and shows 0.6 volt, shows 0.6 volt. So cell is working, and we will write the voltage is 0.6 volt, 0.6 volt. Now we will check length of the wire. Now this wire is a potentiometer wire. Length of the one wire is 100 centimeter. Here there is a 4 wires, 1 2 3 4, means it's a 400 centimeter, means 4 meter long wire. Hence the length of the wire, potentiometer wire, is 400 centimeter, equal to 4 meter. Observations are completed. Now we will start to join the circuit. Now here we are going to connect the circuit from positive to one terminal of the potentiometer wire, as well as from there to positive of the cells. Here two positive of the cells are these. We will merge both wires and shown that positive of the battery is also connected to that. So we will merge 3 of positive wires. Now connect these wires to the one terminal of the potentiometer. We will connect this all of 3 wires, positive wires, to one terminal of the potentiometer. We will start counting from here, like 0 1 2 3, like this. Positive of the battery goes to potentiometer, and both positive wires of the cells also connected to the same terminal. Now it's shown in the circuit that negative of the both goes to the two-way key, and the center of the two-way key goes to galvanometer. We will connect this part right now. Now the negative of the, first of all, Lachlan cell we will connect on the upper side, and for the Daniell cell we will connect on the down side. Negative of the Daniell cell connected to the downward. If we connect this key, then it means that Lachlan is connected. If we connect this key, it means Daniell is connected in the circuit. We have right now connected Lachlan in the circuit. Okay. Now the center terminal goes to the galvanometer. Now the center terminal of the two-way key goes to the galvanometer, and the other terminal of the galvanometer goes to lower of the rheostat, and the upper goes to the jockey. We will connect this part right now. Now other terminal of the galvanometer is connected to the lower. These two are the lowers, and this one is upper. Okay, so we will connect to the lower, and upper goes to the jockey. This is the jockey. This part we will slide on the wire. Upper terminal goes to the jockey. So here this circuit is completed. Up to here only left is one rheostat. From the negative of the battery, one wire goes to lower of the rheostat, and upper goes to the other terminal of the potentiometer wire. Now the we have used smaller rheostat over here with battery, and the bigger rheostat with galvanometer in the series. Okay, so now negative of the battery goes to the lower of the rheostat. You can connect any of the lower which you want, and the upper terminal goes to the other terminal of the potentiometer wire. Okay, so first of all we will connect Lagrange cell to the circuit using this key. We have connected on the upper part so that Lagrange is in connection and Daniel is not in the connection. Okay, we will check that the circuit is working or not, so that we will see deflection from the galvanometer. For the starting portion, 0 cm galvanometer reflect in the left side, and at the end terminal galvanometer reflect in the right side, so that it's such that the circuit is okay and everything is working in proper manner. Okay, so we can find 0 in between two terminals of the potentiometer wire. So we'll start from 0 to find that when the circuit is balanced. Okay, now we'll check when the circuit is balanced and galvanometer shows the 0 deflection. It started to becoming lower and galvanometer becomes 0. Okay, galvanometer becomes 0. At which centimeter? It's approximately 56 centimeter. It's a 56 centimeter. The galvanometer becomes 0. Now for the Lagrange cell balancing length, we have found that 56 centimeter. Okay, now we will connect the Daniel cell and find what is the balancing length. Now we will remove key and put key in the other part, so that the Daniel cell is in connection. We will again check that circuit is working or not, so we will put jockey to the positive terminal, yani ki 0 centimeter, then it deflect in the left side and it must be in opposite side. Yes, it's in opposite side, both working in the mutually opposite sides, so that 0 can be found between them. So we will check when the bridge is balanced, when the potentiometer is balanced. It came 0 came, okay, at 19 centimeter. 0 came at exactly 19 centimeter. So for the Daniel cell, balancing length is 19 centimeter. So we can find 56 by 19 over here. Similarly, for the other reading, for the second reading, we are going to use this rheostat, smaller rheostat, which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and change its position. Now we will take the second reading. Similarly, for the other third reading, fourth reading. Yes, I have changed the position. Now I again check for the Lagrange cell. I will connect again the first key of the Lagrange cell. Lagrange cell is connected. Again we will going to find that circuit is working. Yes, it's in left, it's in right. Okay, means it's in working condition. Okay, circuit is balanced and the reading is over here. We can find the reading which is over here. We will calculate. First of all, first wire is of the 100 centimeter. 100 plus this much. What is this much? This is for the first wire. For the first wire we will see the upper scale. Second wire we will see the lower scale. Third wire we will see the upper scale. Again fourth wire we will see the lower scale. Means for the odd number wire, we will see only upper scale, and even number of wire we will see lower scale. So here 100 plus lower scale is 16, means 100 plus 16 centimeter, 116 centimeter for the Lagrange cell can. So for the Lagrange cell we got 116 centimeter. Now for Now I have connected second terminal, which is the Daniel cell is connected. Okay, for the same position of the rheostat, we'll check first that it's working or not. So see the galvanometer, it's in left side, now it's in the right side. Okay, means it's working well. Okay, you will find when the galvanometer shows the zero deflection, it showed the zero deflection. For this zero deflection, length is 48 centimeter. Length is 48 centimeter. Okay, now the length is 48 centimeter. Similarly, we can find 1 2 3 4 as many reading we want. Changing the value of this rheostat, we can find many readings as we want. Now the 56 by 19 gives 2.94 ratio of the EMF. Similarly, for the second reading, 116 by 48 gives 2.41 ratio of 2 EMF. Means here EMF of first cell, Lacaland cell, is greater than the EMF 2. How much? 3 times, approximately 3 times is higher. Okay, done. Now for the calculation, we will find lots of reading and take average E1 plus E2 plus E3 by 3 like this. We have only 2 readings, so we will take E1 plus E2 by 2, and the ratio of result, the ratio of the EMF is 2.6 times.